Hey guys, what is up? I'm Star Commander, and I'm back. Yes, this is gonna be my first World of Tanks video since I got the new computer. But well, I haven't posted any actual World of Tanks content in some time. Oh, check out this. This is rather suiting for this tank. Anyway, so I haven't uploaded any content recently because I've been trying to get up an efficient recording system now. I've got some footage from other games, like you saw the footage from Ace Combat, and you probably saw my Strike Force Heroes video. But I haven't... Oh, and I've got some footage from Borderlands too. I'm going to be uploading that soon. But I haven't quite found out an efficient method of recording any World of Tanks gameplay until now. But, you know, this is just... Think of it as a trial run, okay? Now my problem is I can only record at about 6 or 7 frames per second, and that just basically looks like crud. You probably saw it in the intro video. The frame rate was pretty low, so I've been trying to figure out a method to improve the frame rate. So what I've been doing is, and this is why you're not hearing any background sounds or music from the game, is because what I did was I recorded it, except I set the replay to do the whole thing at 1/4 the speed. Then in the video editor, I edited it so it will be 4 times faster. But alright. So that's why you don't hear any sound in this video now. It's starting to get into the action here. First contact in this region is the T-28. Okay, he's definitely got a higher health pool, but you'll notice that he has a stock turret in comparison to our T-28 here. Okay? So we're going to try and just get around this corner. One of the good things about the M3 Lee is its gun is set way off to the right side. You can shoot around a corner and make yourself a very small target now. We put a shot into the T-28. He's pretty much popping his head out and he's gone back. Even though it's not properly showing the reload timer in the replay, the reload of this is about 2.8 seconds. 80% crew with a medium caliber gun rammer. So basically, I'm just spamming bullets at this T-28. One of the things that the M3 Lee's gun may be known for is it's not exactly accurate. And in this battle, I am in fact topped out, got everything maxed except the radio. So if you haven't had any questions on that now, right now I'm just pushing forward, and I've got company. And notice that this region I'm in, it's not a place where someone's likely to attack me from the side because there's all the cover now. This Panzer III needs some help. I'm going to help him out here. Alright. But notice, I'm not very likely to get attacked from the side because I'm staying away from the edges. That way, my gun will always be pointing at my target. And this will eliminate one of the biggest problems of the M3 Lee. So now, there's this Valentine. Who knows what he's doing to that M3 Lee, but I'm going to go and help out. It looks like that Panzer III is too. So I'm going to park on the ridge here. It's the most quick and convenient spot. And I'm going to use the high rate of fire to blast away the pagoda. Now I'm going to finish off Valentine. I hope I saved the M3's life, but I don't think I have. Here comes the M5A1, and the M3 Lee is killed. So now I'm going to turn fire. Another really bad thing about this gun, both guns, is that there's a low shell velocity. That means that you have to lead your aimer. You have to aim quite a bit ahead of your target if you want to hit, and this can make aiming very difficult at a long range. So, but the M5 Stuart has pretty much passed. Right now I'm trying to get their attention. Panzer III's on his tail, but he's already down by the Arty, so I'm yelling, Arty, look out. But as you can see, M37 saw him coming, took him out. Good work by the Arty. At least he defended himself. Now, what we've got up here is the artillery, a Panzer III, and a Matilda. Now, the Panzer III has been spotted, and he's down there in F6, F7. He's going to get surrounded and eliminated shortly. However, this Matilda doesn't seem like a bad player. He's already eliminated a T-40, and it looks like he's finishing off the Covenanter. What with that damage, I'd say he's using the howitzer, not the 2-pounder high penetration rapid fire gun. So I'm gonna get in there and do what I can. Okay, he's disappeared because the Covenanter's dead, so I'm gonna move in. I want this kill, you know. I've only got about 270 damage in 1 kill. I want to make this a nice game. And the Arties, by the way, is probably somewhere around here. Okay, there's the Matilda. First shot, misses. I didn't really aim. Now, here's how you drive by with the M3 Lee. Put a shot into his side and went past him. I probably went a little too far. I didn't spend enough time rotating. He blasts his tracks off. Now, that's the greatest danger that can ever happen to an M3 Lee, okay? But that's why you carry a repair kit. A repair kit is crucial in the M3. I don't care if you don't have the money or whatever, you need a repair kit. Your track's gonna get blasted off. There's only a small window in front of your tank that you can shoot at, and when you can't move that window by moving your tank, you're in big trouble. So you need to keep your tracks in tip-top shape. So now, use a repair kit. I back off a little bit and kill him. Now, there's only the artillery left, and I want him. There's 2 or 3 or 4 little spots back here that artillery can be hiding, but you know. But by a dictum of our Lord and Benefactor, the mighty Jingles, all artillery are to be considered scumbags and must die. So, I am simply carrying out divine will, and I've spotted the artillery over there. He hasn't seen me, he's in arty mode. Too bad for him. And within a matter of seconds, I chew him up with 2 75mm shots, and that ends the battle. Let's just take a quick look at the battle scores. So I got 1,821 experience. Clearly this is inflated. This was during the second battle of El Alamein weekend. So this was my first one of the day. So this is a tripled rate. However, I don't have premium. So as you can see, I had a hit percentage of 44.4%, but I did fire several rounds. Didn't really assist in anything because you don't want to be pushing forward with an M3 Lee. If you have company around you, then that'll make the enemies less likely to rush you. And when they're less likely to rush you, then you don't need to worry about getting shot from the sides or behind while being tracked or forced from turning, like I've seen so many tanks do to tank destroyers. So, moving on to the next screenshot, I took top honors on the list because I got, even though I scored a little less damage than that Panzer III and also the M8A1, I got more kills. And, well, I'm still a little curious as to why I got more experience, but I'm not complaining. So, moving into the detailed list, I fired 18 shots. Now, this gun does have a pretty high rate of fire, and most of the shots that I hit penetrated. Notice, against heavy tanks in tier 6 and 5, and against a lot of tier 6 tanks in general, you're not going to be getting so much in the way of penetrations. The M3 Lee, contrary to popular belief, is an awesome tank when played in tier 4 battles, but it can still perform in tier 5 battles, and in tier 6 battles you just concentrate on supporting. So, just to give some insight on the M3 Lee, pros and cons. The good things about the M3 Lee is it's got a great damage per minute in its tier. It's mainly because of the high rate of fire, and I'm pretty sure that the damage itself, the raw damage, can match or maybe even exceed the later American mediums. I'm talking the M4 Sherman, the M4A3E8, and the Sherman Jumbo, and even a stock T20. It's also got really good frontal armor. It's mainly because that armor is sloped 30 or 60 or 45 degrees in different places. And the gun's placement, it's on the side of the tank, you'll notice, the right side like I pointed out earlier, so that it's very much possible to peek around a corner exposing only the gun and no other part of your tank, and that'll make you a really small target to hit. And that can frustrate enemies really quickly, and it will allow you to just pump shots out and take advantage of that high DPM. The tank can also rotate quickly, and they probably put that in because the turret, it doesn't have one. It doesn't have a usable turret. So, for that reason, the gun is almost no upgrade, so you want to go for the tracks first, engine second. Okay? And that leads me to my next point. The tank is quick. It knows how to accelerate. It can get up to 30-40 kilometers an hour with little or no problem, just like the M4 Sherman. Cons. the big one is, of course, there's no usable turret, and it's got a somewhat limited firing arc. We're not exactly driving a Marder 2 here, okay? And that can lead to the next problem, which is, if it's tracked, the M3 Lee is very prone to being flanked or attacked from the sides, and especially rear. Not a very good tank to use in corner fighting, because you don't get the chance to effectively angle your armor, and you have to come around the corner and get shot at, and then rotate your tank. But by then, you've already taken a shell or two, and you're already a few strikes down. So that can be another problem. And it's got a pretty decent weak spot. When I was playing my Panzer III, that sloped armor on the body of the M3 Lee did tend to be a big problem. I was using the 50mm L60 gun, the top 50mm gun on the Panzer III, and I couldn't penetrate through the front. And I found the best place to penetrate the M3 Lee with only 67 penetration was that little machine gun port on the top of the 37mm turret. And as for guns, well, the guns it has are pretty good, but you don't really get a selection. The M3 Lee doesn't have any derp gun, it doesn't have any boomstick either. You just have that pump gun. 2 pump guns, but they're almost identical. The stock gun has 90 penetration, the top gun has 92. And the top gun also has 3 or 4 rounds per minute more than the stock gun, which isn't actually that much of a difference. And yeah, they're almost the same. And the guns themselves, they're low velocity, and they're not extremely accurate. Combining those two, aiming can become very, very frustrating in the M3 Lee. You don't want to be sniping at a very long range. It's best for kind of close to medium range combat. And that's it for this review. Thanks for watching, and I'll come at you with another one soon. Star Commander, signing off.